Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Teravanachari Yamuna Teravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Teravanachari Yamuna Teravanachari Jai Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Madana Mohan Radha Madana Mohan Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Gopinata Radha Gopinata Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Vrindavan Chandra Radha Vrindavan Chandra Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Sri Radhe Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanande. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Gopal Krishna Goswami Tamine Prabhupadasya Sahityam Yapakasha Vitiraja Vacharan Kirvansaru Vagatpate Namo Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyabhadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyanangyana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Sijuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Serupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadotam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Reading from the sixth. What's this? Why is it in the sixth canto? Oh. Why is this? I know. Is it sixth canto? So you gave me sixth canto. They're both Srimad Bhagavatam, but reading from the seventh canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 9, Prahlad pacifies the Lord with prayers, text 43. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Naivodvije paraduratyaya vaitaranyas.
Naivodvije paraduratyaya vaitaranyas.
Twadvirya gayana mahimramritamagnachitta.
Tadvirya gayana mahamritamagnachittaha.
Suchetato vimukachetasa indriyarta.
Suchetato vimukachetasa indriyartha.
Maya sukaya varam udvahato vimudhan.
Maya sukhaya varam udvahato vimudhan.
Naivodvijaduratyaya vaitaranya.
Naivodvije paraduratyaya vaitaranyas.
Twadvirya gayana mahimamritamagnachitta.
Twadvirya gayana mahamritamagnachittaha.
Suchetato vimukachetasa indriyarta.
Suchetato vimukachetasa indriyartha.
Maya sukaya varam udvahato vimudhan.
Maya sukhaya varam udvahato vimudhan. Naivodvije paraduratyaya vaitaranyas. Twadvirya gayana mahamritamagnachittaha. Shochetato vimukachetasa indriyartha. Maya sukhaya varam udvahato vimudha. Tadvirya gayana mahamritamagnachitta. Sochetato vimukachetasa indriyartha. Maya sukhaya bharama udvahato vimudha.
त्वद्वीर्य गायन महामृतमग्न चित्तः शोचे ततो विमुख चेतस इंद्रियार्थ माया सुखाय भरमुद्वहतो विमूढ़ान्.
Mataji's. Vijay paraduratyaya vaitaranyas. Vijay paraduratyaya vaitaranyas. Virya gayana mahimritamagnachitta. Word for word meaning? Na, not. Eva, certainly. Udvijay, I am disturbed or afraid. Para, O Supreme. Duratyaya, insurmountable or very difficult to cross. Vaitaranya, of the Vaitarani, the river of the material world. Tvatvirya, of your lordship's glories, and activities. Gayana, from chanting or distributing. Mahamrita, in the great ocean of nectarian spiritual bliss. Magnachita, whose consciousness is absorbed. Soche, I am simply lamenting. Tata, from that. Vimukha chetasa, the fools and rascals who are bereft of Krishna consciousness. Indriya artha, in sense gratification. Maya sukaya, for temporary, illusory happiness. Bharam, the false burden or responsibility of maintaining one's family, society, and nation, and elaborate arrangements for that purpose. Udbhata, who are lifting by making grand plans for this arrangement. Vimudhan, although all of them are nothing but fools and rascals, I am thinking of them also. Purport. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O best of the great personalities, I am not at all afraid of material existence, for wherever I stay, I am fully absorbed in thoughts of your glories and activities. My concern is only for the fools and rascals who are making elaborate plans for material happiness and maintaining their families, societies, and countries. I am simply concerned with love for them. Everybody please repeat. O best of the great personalities, I am not at all afraid of material existence. For wherever I stay, I am fully absorbed in thoughts of your glories and activities. My concern is only for the fools and rascals who are making elaborate plans for material happiness and maintaining their families, societies, and countries. Societies and countries. I am simply concerned with love for them. Purport. Throughout the entire world, everyone is making big plans to adjust the miseries of the material world. And this is true at present, in the past, and in the future. Nonetheless, although they make elaborate political, social, and cultural plans, they have all been described herein as vimudha, fools. The material world has been described in the Bhagavad Gita as dukkhalayam ashashvatam, temporary and miserable. But these fools are trying to turn the material world into sukhalayam, a place of happiness, not knowing how everything acts by the arrangement of material nature, which works in her own way. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha ahankara vimudhatma kartahang iti manyate. The bewildered spirit soul, under the influence of the three modes of material nature, thinks himself to be the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by nature. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, text 27. There is a plan for material nature, personally known as Durga, to punish the demons. Although the asuras, the godless demons, struggle for existence, they are directly attacked by the goddess Durga, who is well equipped with 10 hands with different types of weapons to punish them. She is carried by her lion carrier, or the modes of passion and ignorance. Everyone struggles very hard to fight through the modes of passion and ignorance and conquer material nature. But at the end, everyone is vanquished by nature's laws. There is a river known as Vaitarani between the material and spiritual worlds, and one must cross this river to reach the other side, or the spiritual world. This is an extremely difficult task. As for the Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, text 14, 𝗕𝗵𝗿𝗵𝗵 durattyaya. This divine energy of mine, consisting of the 3 modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. The same word, durattyaya, meaning very difficult, is used here. Therefore, one cannot surpass the stringent laws of material nature except by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Nonetheless, although all materialists are baffled in their plans, they try again and again to become happy in this material world. Therefore, they have been described as bimudha, first-class fools. As for Prahlad Maharaj, he was not at all unhappy, for although he was in the material world, he was full of Krishna consciousness. Those who are Krishna conscious, trying to serve the Lord, are not unhappy, whereas one who has no assets in Krishna consciousness and is struggling for existence is not only foolish but extremely unhappy also. Prahlad Maharaj was happy and unhappy simultaneously. He felt happiness and transcendental bliss because of his being Krishna conscious. Yet he felt great unhappiness for the fools and rascals who make elaborate plans to be happy in this material world. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. So we have good fortune to have His Holiness Bhakti Anugraha Janardhan Swami Maharaj. Hari Bol. So Maharaj is senior disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, and he introduced to Krishna consciousness at the age of 14 by receiving Srila Prabhupada books. Later, being inspired by the divine qualities of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, he took initiation from him. He was awarded sannyas in the year of 2014, and Maharaj, now he is preaching everywhere, like US, UAE, Africa, Canada, India, Mauritius, Russia, and Pune. He served His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj for 27 years. Hari Bol. So, His Holiness Bhakti Anugraha Janardhan Swami Maharaj traveled with His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, and Gopal Krishna Maharaj assigned him the work of preaching in Philippines. So he is Filipino. He took birth in Philippines. And Maharaj is also Brahmachari Council Chairman in Vrindavan. And he is also co-president of ISKCON Vrindavan. Recently, Maharaj took oath of initiating Guru on the occasion of the day of Janmashtami in ISKCON Vrindavan. So Maharaj loves Pune, and again after 10 days he will come back to Pune. Uttamnagar Radhakrishna installation ceremony. So let us thank His Holiness Bhakti Anugraha Janardana Swami Maharaj from the core of our heart by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. His Holiness Bhakti Anugraha Janardana Swami Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. 𝗕𝗵𝗿𝗵𝗵 𝗪𝗏𝗟gayana-mahimamritamagna-chitta Sochetato vimukha-cetasa indriyartha Maya sukaya varam 𝗦𝗵𝗿𝗵𝗵. So this is the mood of a devotee, specifically of Prahlad Maharaj. He is eternally an associate of the Supreme Lord. And Prahlad Maharaj, seemingly, he was born in the family of demons, especially his father. He addressed Hiranyakashipu as, "O king of the demons, my dear father, O king of the demons." But Prahlad Maharaj is not a demon. He's one of the Mahajans. He says what? 𝗕₵ narado shambhu kaumara kapilo mano paladho janako bhishmo 𝗕𝗵𝗿𝗵𝗵. Yes. 12 authorities of Dharma, Mahajans. So how is it that he is under the jurisdiction of Hiranyakashipu and he is a pure devotee? How many of you have seen this movie, Mahabharata? 99%. We have seen that movie also. We have to travel from Vrindavan to Delhi. Another 2.5 hours, and 2 hours movie, and then 2.5 hours again back to Vrindavan. It's quite an amazing depiction of the Bhagavad Purana, that episode. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the story of Prahlad Maharaj, victory over evil, must be the longest part of the Srimad Bhagavatam. The mood of Prahlad Maharaj is that he is happy because he's always chanting, he's always remembering the glories, the name, fame, form, qualities, and pastimes of the Supreme Lord. But at the same time, he is unhappy. Mixture of emotions because of the living entities who are wandering in the material world, bewildered under the illusion of the material energy. When one is in illusion, he is very much unhappy. He is full of miseries. He thinks that he is happy. That is illusion. If one thinks that he is happy, but still under the modes of three nature, material nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance, he is actually very miserable. And their happiness is flickering. There is a beginning, there is a middle, and there is an end. Real happiness, according to 𝗕𝗵𝗿𝗵, is always increasing. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentions that also. This process, when we are engaged in hearing and chanting, then it is the natural state of the living entities, always blissful and unending and always increasing. So there is this word, it's been used here, soche. Soche. What is the meaning of soche? I am simply lamenting. It's like nasochate nakangshate. The materialists, they are miserable for things that they've lost, and they're hankering for something that is very difficult to achieve, happiness in the material world. So many, if not 99.99% in the material world, being conditioned souls are in this condition. They are not able to understand, and it's very difficult for them to get out. 𝗕𝗵𝗿𝗵𝗵. This divine energy of mine is very difficult to overcome. It's practically insurmountable. It's like going to the Mount Everest, climbing the Mount Everest, very difficult. One must be very well equipped, and one must need a guide, a Sherpa, to go and reach the peak of the mountain. So similarly, to get out of this material world is not so easy. We are here in this material world because we wanted to be happy, separate from Krishna. And it is not possible to be happy without Krishna. This we have to realize. We cannot be happy without Krishna or without his devotees. Only with Krishna and his devotees we can be real happy. In the nectar of devotion, there are three types of happiness: material happiness, spiritual happiness, and also happiness that one derives from merging into the Brahman effulgence of the Supreme Lord. That is also not very, very good, because that happiness is temporary. Material happiness is not real happiness, because there is a beginning, a middle, and end. So, Prahlad Maharaj, having a heart of a pure devotee, is very unhappy, seeing the living entities wandering here and there, so many species of life, not be able to ultimately attain the goal of life. His happiness is mixed with unhappiness. This is what you call paradukha dukhi. A devotee of the Supreme Lord, when he sees others' miserable condition, suffering, he also feels the pain. Do you feel like that? When you see a very miserable person and really suffering, when you go out, here we don't see them. Here everyone is happy. Yes? Well, maybe sometime a little bit of mind troubling us, especially when we chant the holy name of the Lord. But practically everyone is happy here, isn't it? Yes or no? How about when you step outside, immediately you see the world changed? Because as Prabhupada says, temples are considered to be Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means there is no anxiety. But as soon as you step out of the gate of the NVCC, HareKrishna, it's completely different. And they don't know, they don't realize that they are suffering. Actually, sometimes their happiness is that they are suffering. Yeah, in some parts of America, the homeless people, they will be given shelter, they'll be given food, they'll be given all the necessities. After staying in those places, they will go back. They would rather live like as if that is their happiness. So that is foolishness, that is Maya. Even 500 years ago, Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur, they don't want to see Jagai and Madai suffer so much. Because that is their mood. They want to fulfill the purpose of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came is 𝗕𝗵𝗿𝗵 Krishna prema pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya namne 𝗕𝗵𝗿𝗵 namaha. Actually, Lord Nityananda is more merciful than Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even though he says Namo Mahavadanyaya, he is the most magnificent because he gives freely Krishna or Krishna Prem to everyone. But then, when Jai hurt Lord Nityananda, because Lord Nityananda, they wanted to prove that this is the main purpose why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this world, to save the conditioned souls. He is unhappy. Haridas Thakur, both of them are unhappy to see the suffering of Jagai and Madai. Nowadays, Prabhupada says, in those days there is only one Jagai and Madai. Nowadays, there are 99.99 Jagais and Madais. And their only hope are the devotees of the Supreme Lord. If Srila Prabhupada did not cross the ocean, the Mediterranean Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Bay of Bengal, we were in Boston recently to observe that festival of 60th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada's arrival in America. And many devotees were there. There were about 33 plus disciples of Srila Prabhupada who remembered the days when Srila Prabhupada, they met first in America. Just imagine that. Srila Prabhupada also has the heart of Prahlad Maharaj, like that of Prahlad Maharaj. Prabhupada says in the Philippines, I have a desire to save the entire universe. Not just the planet Earth. This is the heart of a pure devotee. Can you imagine that? Of course, for us, we have to save ourselves first. We have to purify ourselves first in order to be very, very effective, very potent, so that whomever we'll meet, they will also turn to become a Vaikuntha man. That's why the process that we are following has been chalked out by Srila Prabhupada and the predecessor Acharyas is meant for us to become very, very qualified. Because who else will do that? Prabhupada says, it'll be noted in the history of the world that this movement is the one who saved humankind from being barbarians. You know what a barbarian means? Barbarian means uncivilized. There is an Aryan and barbarian. What is an Aryan means? Civilized. Civilized means Krishna conscious. When Sanatana Goswami, or was it Rupa Goswami, has been taught by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even amongst the civilized, some are cultured and some are uncultured. But real cultured or an Aryan race is meant to be Krishna conscious. So that is the purpose of the Krishna consciousness movement. We're also following in the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj, because otherwise there is no hope for them. There is no hope. In order to go back to the spiritual world, one has to cross this Viraj river or Vaitarani. This Vaitarani river is not so pleasant. This Vaitarani river, described by the Puranas, the Shastra, that it is a very filthy place. Very filthy. It's like if you imagine yourself to cross in a very filthy place, you don't want to do it, isn't it? You are hesitant. But one has to go through that in order to go to the spiritual world. So in order to cross the Vaitarani river, one has to be engaged in the hearing and chanting of the holy name of the Lord. This is what the Shastra says. Especially in the age of Kali, there is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. Harer Nam, Harer Nam, Harer Nam, Kalo naste vanaste vanaste vagatir anyata. The devotees also, they're very unhappy. Not just seeing the Lord's creation, the material world, as being dukkhalayam asasvatam. The devotees of the Lord also are unhappy in a sense because of feeling separation from Krishna. A devotee of the Lord, he never says, I already attained Krishna. One who says, I have Krishna, he doesn't have Krishna. One who says, just like the Goswamis, 6 Goswamis, He Radhe Braja Devike He Lalita. They were looking always for Krishna, even though they can see Krishna face to face. There's so many pastimes whereby even Sanatana Goswami, or Rupa Goswami, or Raghunath Das Goswami, they will have darshan of Radha and Krishna, but at the same time, they're still looking for Radha and Krishna. So a devotee of the Lord, he is unhappy also when he feels this separation, viraha. Nanda Maharaj, the same thing, and the Brajabasis, they went to Kurukshetra to meet Lord Krishna in the solar eclipse. Just like today. Today is a solar eclipse? Yesterday? But we didn't see it. That was the time for them to meet Lord Krishna, to bring back Krishna back to Vrindavan. So they were also very happy, they're elated, they're very jubilant, because they're going to see Krishna, but at the same time they're very disappointed, unhappy, because they know it'll be very difficult for them to bring Krishna back to Vrindavan. Are you feeling separation from Krishna? Yes or no? Maybe not. Not yet. But that is the highest. The feeling of separation is more higher than the meeting, the anticipation to meet Krishna. So when we chant the holy name of the Lord, we should be also anticipating that I have to chant purely. I have to chant attentively so that one day I will meet Krishna face to face. That should be our mood. Always in anxiety, when will I meet my beloved? Just like Radharani. Of course, her love for Krishna is unparalleled, is the highest. That Mahabhab. So even in prema, there are different levels, but at least we should try our very best, follow the process that's been chalked out by Srila Prabhupada. And our spiritual master, he always emphasized strict sadhana, trying to hear the holy name of the Lord, each syllable. Not just mechanical. We should chant also ultimately with love, with feelings. Then in this way, Krishna will manifest himself. Krishna gives himself not so easily. Very difficult to attain Lord Krishna. But we can attain Lord Krishna. There's a shorter way how to attain Lord Krishna. If we are trying to give Krishna to others. We were mentioning that yesterday. If one can make at least one devotee, is going back to Godhead is guaranteed. So our movement is that of Gostyanandi. We are here not for our own self-liberation. We're not here for our own comfort. Sometimes we have to go out of our way, like what Prabhupada did at the age of 70. He went out of Vrindavan. That's the time of retirement. Prabhupada says old age starts at 70. How many of you are 70 years old here? Not me. No? So you are still young. We are all still young. So we should dedicate whatever time we have to help the conditioned souls on their march going to the spiritual world. But first, again, save ourselves. Another one here. Let me see. Yes, we mentioned viraha. We mentioned karuna, being paradukha dukhi. That is the identity of a devotee. We should be also like the acharyas, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. They see themselves as very disqualified. In that song, Amara Jivana, yes? The meaning of that is that they seeing one's disqualification. They're so eager for the mercy of the Lord, even though they already have Krishna. Or Narottam Das Thakur, Lala Samai Prarthana, always longing and tears are flowing from their eyes. The 6 Goswamis are like that. They feel dissatisfied, yearning. Rupa and Sanatan also, out of humility, they are eternally Nitya Parikar. They are eternally associates of the Supreme Lord. But still they consider themselves to be very, very low. How about Haridas Thakur? Haridas Thakur is a combined incarnation of Lord Brahma and Prahlad Maharaj because of the mood to save the conditioned souls. Haridas Thakur, he feels himself unqualified to go inside Jagannath Puri temple. But he's the topmost associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was given the title of Nama Acharya because of his very attached to chanting of the holy name of the Lord, practically 24 hours. And in Srila Prabhupada's prayers, when he arrived in Boston Pier, Jaladuta poem, he feels himself very tiny and unqualified. He cries to carry his guru's order. And then when he says, I don't know why you brought me here. You must have a purpose for me. But you make me dance, make me dance, make me dance. You're most insignificant beggar. So we should be like this also. Not to put ourselves down, but to feel ourselves as unqualified, but at the same time, we should try to help the conditioned souls to get out of this material world. We have a great mission to do. This movement is very, very special. We should consider ourselves to be very, very fortunate. Somehow we have come in contact with Krishna consciousness, and it is not complete if we don't share this to others. It's like if you know a good secret. Who is that who went to the marketplace and he told Ramanuja Acharya, because he was told by his guru, I'm giving you a mantra, but don't tell this to others. This mantra is only for you, and this will liberate you from the cycle of repeated birth and death. But then he thought, well, if this mantra will be very beneficial, why don't I'd rather go to hell. Let me give this to others. So he went on top the marketplace and he told everyone, you please chant this. What's that? Om Namo Narayana. And then his Guru Maharaj asked him, why did you do this? Well, I don't care. So sometimes we also have to go out of our way. You have to push ourselves. How do we push ourselves? We have to perform more austerity, be strict, control our senses, control the tongue, as the first sloka of the Upadesamrita. If we can make the whole world, Prabhupada says also, yes, if all the members of the Krishna consciousness movement become so serious, in 18 days we can conquer the whole world. Now, we must have faith in the words of Prabhupada. It is a collective effort. It is not just one single person. If all of us become sincere, what do you mean by sincere? Prabhupada says, sincerity in Krishna consciousness means being focused. Ekaha kurunandana, being focused. And what is our focus? To make ourselves be purified by following the process. Sadhana bhakti, then raganuga bhakti, then bhava bhakti, then prema bhakti. It seems to be a long ways, right? But Prabhupada says one can become a pure devotee in one lifetime. in one moment, not one lifetime, in a moment. How is that possible? It is possible. Because impossible is only in the words of the Fool's Dictionary. So we should have that faith. And that faith we should increase day by day. The thermometer of one's advancement in Krishna consciousness, our Guru Maharaj says, how many devotees you made and how many books you distributed. How much preaching endeavor we make, that is the criteria of one's advancement. Not wealth, not beauty, not strength. No. So, I'm very happy, and I've seen a lot of sincere devotees here in Pune, in NVCC, especially whenever I pass that rooms. They're all full of devotees learning bhakti. I've never seen this in my travels all over the world. Every time I pass by there, someone is taking prasad or studying, and there's always a devotee who's teaching, isn't it? I don't know. We don't have that in Vrindavan. I don't know where else. So you're all very fortunate. You have such a nice temple, and I've seen a lot of potential here because there's so many young people. They come here every day. Yesterday, the whole place is full of young people. They're hungry for knowledge. And this is real knowledge, Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. I stop here. Is there any points or any question? Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for very wonderful class. Please accept my humble obeisances.
Oh. I thought it was...
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, you mentioned our movement is to become Goshtyanandis.
We are Goshtyanandis. The best Bhajananandi is a Goshtyanandi.
Yes, Maharaj. So, like if we are struggling with our bhajan, like morning program and chanting and sadhana and everything, so our preaching will not be effective as per my small understanding. So how then I can transcend to become a Goshtyanandi, Maharaj? Hare Krishna.
You don't have to wait to become a pure devotee in order to preach. Whatever you know, whatever you have, just like this one girl, Sarasvati, a young girl during Prabhupada's time, and she is preaching. She will ask, do you know who is Krishna? Krishna is a Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you just say that, that's good enough. You don't have to wait that you will become a pure devotee, then you can preach. No. That may take many lifetimes. But you just repeat. Prabhupada says, because the message that you're giving is perfect, then you are perfect. You're like a mailman. You don't add something inside and you don't take out something inside. So you just repeat what you've heard, what you've learned. How many years you're practicing Krishna consciousness?
12 years.
12 years? Oh, that's one kalpa already. Yeah. I consider to be a moment to be like 12 years or more. You know that one moment is one kalpa. That's a lot. So whatever you've heard, whatever you've learned, whatever you realize, you give to others. Okay?
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Maharaj, my question is that you said this 99.99% of the population will not actually, it's very difficult for them to surmount this material world and still they are looking for happiness. So Maharaj, my question is that not all of them will take to this process, because anybody who is taken to the process will actually, eventually will succeed. So for the remaining part, as Srila Prabhupada said that 50% of his job is remaining in terms of establishing Daivi Varnashram. So what is that role that has to play for the remaining population who are not directly coming to Krishna consciousness?
See, we have to know our role socially and religiously. Varnashram program, Srila Prabhupada, is not the goal. It is like a stepping stone. It's like if I'm a Sudra, I cannot play the role of a Brahmana. A Sudra can become a pure devotee also if he serves the other 3 Varnas, right? So this is our goal, that there should be, Prabhupada said, there should be a class in the society which are Brahminical. And this is our role, to teach. Yes, we have our teacher here. 𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗵 Prabhu. He goes all over India to teach, or the world. Well, the whole Bharat. That's the whole world. So you should be an ideal teacher. First of all, if you're a Grihastha, make your Grihastha ashram perfect. And yes, our motto is what? Simple living, high thinking. Because ultimately the whole civilization will crash. And there is no other way. There'll be no more petrol, no more chini, no more namak. No, all of this will be finished. So if we have we have His Holiness Bhakti-Raghava Swami Maharaj. He travels all over the world also to help establish this Varnashram program. And in this way, if you have farm community, many places all over the world, they're trying, and some are also becoming successful. You can really feel the family atmosphere when you live in such rural environment. Because here is a city, everyone has their own responsibility. Yeah? But in this, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also says, 50% of my mission is not complete. Because he wanted to establish Varnashram program. Ultimately, we will go back to bullock carts. ISKCON Padayatra ki. We will come to that point. Because no more petrol, how are you going to travel? Electricity, well, they're all going to be finished also. Electrical vehicles, no, that will also be finished. No. What only will remain is Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That will never go away. That will never be depleted. That's why for the next 10,000 years, this will be the main religion. But it starts with us right now. We were listening in the class in Vrindavan, and in Hawaii, there's a young boy, he gave the class in Sunday feast. He talks about chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So the next few generations, they'll become more and more potent, powerful. But it starts right now. We have to set the foundation. We have to be Krishna conscious. Then the future of ISKCON will be so potent. We may not be here. 50 years from now, is guaranteed you'll be here. So who's going to be next? It's like I've seen these kids here who's coming. They're very powerful. Prabhupada says, the demigods, they are lining in queue to take birth in ISKCON. We should have faith in that. Yes. The demigods. We don't know. Maybe there are also. So we should teach them properly. Yeah? Anything else before we adjourn?
Maharaj.
Oh, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you so much for a nectaring class. Please accept my humble obeisances as your aspiring servant.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, my question is, sometimes people misunderstand sincerity with fanatism. So what is that
Fanaticism? Sincerity with
How
fanaticism.
people misunderstand this. Sincerity with fanatism. So what is that thin line between sincerity and fanatism?
Fanaticism means is not according to Guru, Sadhu, and Sastra. It is your own opinion. Then that is not proper. That is not wanted. We don't have any of our own opinions here. We follow what Guru, Sadhu, and Sastra says. Then we are safe.
Yes. And second and last question. So when we step outside in the material world, so how to protect ourselves from the attack of
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. One can chant the holy name of the Lord, and one will be free from the modes of material nature. It transcends you immediately. And you don't have to have your japa to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, people think, devotees think, oh, I need my japa to chant the holy name. No. We need the japa to know how many rounds we did. Because we promised to chant 16 rounds minimum. But if you're chanting 24 hours, you don't need the japa. Mala. Okay? Hare Krishna. One last one.
Hare Krishna Maharaj Ji.
Oh, again?
Please accept my humble obeisance
So fast.
at the dust of your lotus feet. Hare Krishna Maharaj Ji. Maharaj Ji, I have a question that sometimes when we become try to determine to do services more.
What's that? Slowly?
Sometimes when we are try to determine do more services, that time because of physical condition or some other problems arises, trigger us. So last week we go on through the quotes from your page that first deserve and then desire.
Yeah, first deserve, then desire.
Can you please explain us that?
Deserve and desire?
Yes. First deserve and then desire.
Yeah, Prabhupada gave an example. If you want to be a king, you have to have the qualifications of being a king. Yeah, but we should be satisfied with whatever we have. Whatever we have, we should be willing to offer to Krishna. Whatever qualities or qualifications we have, we should not over-endeavor, so to speak. Whatever you can give. 𝗕𝗵𝗿𝗵𝗵. You don't need 1 crore rupee to offer to Krishna, and you cannot attain 1 crore rupees. So be simple. And Krishna only sees our efforts, not what we're giving. What is our intention? Krishna is what is looking for. That is the most important. It's not the quantity, it's the quality. Okay? Okay, so we go this way.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much. So delighted to hear that now you are going to give shelters to so many devotees. So it was very delightful to hear that. So friendly and accessible, available. So actually one of my friends who was sitting here, he went for some Vaishnava Seva and he sent me an SMS to ask a question. So I also have a question, but first I will ask his question because he went for Vaishnava Seva. So I should do some Vaishnava Seva. He was serving Radhichampu also. So he's saying that in which stage of bhakti one gets sannyas and one can be spiritual master. Nishtha, ruchi, asakti, bhav or prem. So this is the question he has typed, Maharaj. I just expressed it.
It's very technical. Actually, the goal of life is not to be a sannyasi. The goal of life is to be a pure devotee. So one can be in the grihastha. Prabhupada coined also the words grihastha sannyas. You've heard grihastha brahmachari, right? But there is Grihastha Sannyas. Sannyas means engaged 24 hours in Krishna consciousness. So you can be a brahmachari, can be Grihastha, Vanaprastha, but if you're engaged 24 hours, you are a sannyasi. Renounce means using everything in Krishna's service. Whatever you have, we have computer, we have, so many gadgets, we use it for Krishna's service. Grihasthas, you can be also renounced if you use everything in Krishna's service. So don't say Ashakti, Nishta, Ruchi, no. Even in the neophyte stage, you can be a sannyasi. Okay? About spiritual master, everyone should be a guru. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, whomever you meet, tell them about Krishna. You are a guru. There are two things, instructing guru and initiating guru. So you all become Shiksha Guru, and when you become mature, our Guru Maharaj says, you can take up that duty of being a Diksha Guru. Okay? Yes? All right.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. My question is, Maharaj, yesterday there was a nice discussion here that about at the time of initiation, the entire karma is taken by spiritual master. So Prabhupada writes that at some place Prabhupada writes that one is experiencing the, like 𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗵 translation, that one is experiencing. And in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, we see that there is aprarabdham phalam papam kutam bijam phalonmukham. So it's a process of destruction of karma over the practice. So how do we understand this whole thing of karma? Here yesterday there was a deep discussion between senior most devotees of, like one is the best teacher which we have, Shriman Vamshodhan Prabhu, who very beautifully expressed his clarification to another wonderful Vaishnava sitting on Vyasasan. So this discussion was going on. So can you please clarify for all of us?
My understanding is that, yes, the spiritual master takes the responsibility of taking the karma of the aspiring disciple at the time of initiation, but there's still some residue. That's why you still have to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. You still have to follow the four regulative principles. And Prabhupada also says, he says that, I fell sick because of my disciples not following the process properly. But this, for my understanding again, Prabhupada is free from this. He is pure devotee. This is to encourage us that we should follow strictly the four regulative principles and don't commit any more sin. A pure devotee is beyond the modes of nature, material nature. So, yes, we have to follow the agreement at the time of initiation and follow the instructions, specifically what is given to us. Then it will purify us, and then we will attain love of God, pure bhakti. Chanting of the holy name of the Lord is not just to get rid of karma, but to attain love of God. That is the ultimate goal. Even though, yes, the spiritual master takes away, wipes away your reaction from the past, there's still some residue, some remnants. Still anarthas are there. Lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, and mostly envy, which is the most difficult to give up. We can give up the other 5, but the envy is number 1. It's like Prabhupada says, that's why we're still here in the material world. Still, envy is there. We are not envious of the materialist, are we? But how come we're envious sometimes towards another devotee. Why is that? The materialists may be envious of us, but we're not envious of them. But sometimes there is envious mentality between devotees. This is anarthas. We have to work hard on that. The Guru doesn't take away those anarthas. You have to work on that anarthas, especially in chanting the holy name of the Lord. Am I correct, 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗵 Prabhu? Yeah, isn't it? Otherwise, then we don't have to do anything. We attain prema already. At the time of initiation means beginning, initial. It's not the end. It is the beginning of one's purification. Okay? One last question, Mataji. Mike? Yeah, it's on. Speak louder.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for your wonderful class. Please accept my humble obeisances. Maharaj, you said that one has to purify oneself before preaching to others.
No, I did not say that. Did I say it? No, it's the other way around.
So, Maharaj, I just wanted to know, like, what is the right stage or right qualification to preach?
Now. There is no past and there is no future. The future is now.
Because, Maharaj, sometimes we get very underconfident that we are not satisfied with our own sadhana, and
the only qualification we need is to be humble. Number one quality that we need to cultivate is humility. Without that, we will not go far. Okay?
yes, thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Prahlad Maharaj ki. Hidaya Gaur Sitana Premanande. Hare Om Tat Sat. Okay, don't clap too much. I may become proud.
Let us thank His Holiness Bhakti Anugrah Janardhan Swami Maharaj by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Om Tat Sat. Dhanyavad.